Hello everyone. Again, welcome back to the continuation of the OET letter writing. This is the fourth video, and last time we have discussed already about the date, address, salutation, referral, and introduction, as well as first body paragraph. These all are over, so I'm sure that everyone is clear with that. In case if you are not clear also, you can rewind and revise that in my previous video. So next I'm going to start with the second body paragraph. So before heading to the second body paragraph, I want to tell one more bit things about 5 introduction or the purpose of letter, which is very important. In the purpose of letter, I have clearly mentioned the pattern where you can write, so please write those pattern and just fill those necessary information from the case note and just fill it, and I'm sure you will get the maximum marks from this purpose of letter, as well as the impression of the letter comes mainly from the purpose of letter. So second thing is first body paragraph, which I have discussed in my previous video as well. It's very important, and if there is a date mentioned in the on admission, if the admission date is mentioned, then you need to you better to start, okay, it's your choice, you better to start with the on dash this date format, but that date format here, first body paragraph, if you are mentioning the date also, then it should match with the here date, okay. This date format should match here with this date in whole body part of the letter as well. So this you keep in mind, and then you just write vice versa whatever things I have mentioned. First is on admission, after that what was the complaint of the patient and what you did, what assessment did you do, and what did you find it out. If you are finding the if you have already written the diagnosis of the patient in the purpose of letter, don't repeat it again in the all the remaining letters. You can just mention here, in case here appendicitis means you need to mention in the first paragraph the condition. If the surgery is mentioned, the surgery should not be repeated in any of the letter format. You should write the surgery. He was diagnosed with the appendicitis, therefore underwent the surgery. You can write like this. This is an important tips for till the first body paragraph. So now I'm going to start with the second body paragraph. These all are over, right? And this is sample. Please just check once about the sample which I have given for your better information. Now second body paragraph, as I said in an earlier video, there might be the present medical condition, some of the moment you need to mention, or there are more explanation is there, means you can make the 2 paragraph, and third paragraph then you can start this social history and the past medical history. Always the second or if you are writing more explanation in present medical history, then it will become third body paragraph, okay. Don't get confused. And social, which consists of social history and past medical history. Some of the institute, right, some of the center or the coaching center, they will provide the social history to mention first. Some are saying to write the past medical history first. So you can just check it out in case you are learning by yourself. So you can go with the first social history and then past medical history. There is nothing to worry at all which one comes first and all, in my opinion. So social history, what things are there, that I'm going to explain you now. And in a social history, what you will find is, first thing is social history. As we all know, social history, you should start with the beginning sentence socially, or you can start with in the context of Mr. David Tyler's social history. If you are writing that past medical history, medically means you can write this in the context. If you are writing the in the context medical history means the socially, you can write in the social history. These two are also used in the medical history as well. So you can choose one for the social history, one for the past medical history, but the writing pattern is social history should be medical history in the medical, and socially should be medically, okay. I will show you afterwards anyway. And how we should manage the remaining things is I have given some of the symbol here. Socially, Mr. Tyler is a married man and lives alone. You can say that if their case note mention he is married and lives alone, you can write that in the socially direct comma and then Mr. Tyler or any name which is mentioned in the case note is a married man and lives alone, or else socially Mr. Tyler is a widower if it is mentioned in the letter and lives with his daughter. Or else in the context of Mr. Tyler's social history, you can write that also. He lives with his wife and a retired bookkeeper. To shorten this statement, rather than writing a long statement, you will get more marks and you will get above 350. Okay, so please try to write in that way and try to minimize he lives with his wife full stop and he is a retired bookkeeper. Don't write. Instead of that, connect the sentence and then make it in a simpler way. So this is the things, first thing. And second thing is, now most of the social history we are talking about whether he is smoking or not, whether he is drinking or not, this kind of habit, or what kind of hobbies. Hobbies are quite less, but if it connects with the medical history, then we need to mention smoker. If the his smoking pattern is related to his condition, means you need to mention in the social history he smokes. If it is mentioned smokes 10-15 cigarette is their case notes, mean you can write he smokes 10 to 15 cigarettes per day. You can say like that. If it per day also will be mentioned here. Okay, don't get confused. And if it is a smoker past 10 years, means he has been, because he is also smoking now, so he has been smoking for the past 10 years. And he's a smoker for the 5 to 10 cigarette past 3 years, means like with the number of the cigarette also is mentioned, means then you can write he has been smoking 10 to 15 cigarettes for the past 3 years. 3 is there, right? Single digit, so we need to put 0 in front of the single digit in the letter writing. So that much. You can take any of the in a case notes, any of things are mentioned, you can write this statement. Just you learn, okay, just you keep on practicing, and if you are forgetting, you try to use that in your practice time, so you will get used to it and you will keep in mind. So in an exam, naturally it comes without any hesitation. If it is a drinking habit is mentioned in the case note, again you can write in that way. He consumes, S is there, okay, he consumes alcohol. If it is mentioned in this way, 2 3 is a 6, right? So I have mentioned direct one. He has been consuming, because he is drinking still, okay, he has been consuming 600 ml of alcohol once a day. Per day is that, right? Once a day. Per day means not looking so formal, so I have used better version, once a day for the past 5 years. And drinks 10 years means he has been consuming alcohol for the past 10 years. You can stay in any way just based on the pattern of the case note. And he is drinking too much means if it is written clearly drinking, highly addicted to the alcohol, means you can just write he drinks alcohol above the recommended level. You can use that statement in the speaking as well, because in a speaking sometimes you are drinking above the recommended level. So I like to advise you to take the certain measures which will heal you and which will recuperate you in within a fraction of time. So you can say this kind of statement in the speaking as well as in the letter writing. Drink extensive, better not to write he drinks so extensive, just he drinks too heavy, is not too formal. In a formal way, he drinks alcohol above the recommended level. Okay, can be used in the above mentioned. If the letter is becoming lengthy, in case your letter is becoming lengthy, you can just write that if he is drinking too much. If you are unsure how to write the above statement, okay, like sometimes this statement are quite difficult, right? If you are forgetting, just mark up he drinks alcohol above the recommended level. 2 measures. If the letter is too long, you can just short with this thing. But this all things, right, if it is related too much with his condition, you can mention, or with with his story, with his problems, you can mention. Otherwise you can just check it out. Word count is going extending means, then you can no need to mention, as well as you can eliminate this statement. Okay. And now in case of some case note, they are writing both drinking and smoking, right? And in this part, how you should write, that I will teach you. He consumes alcohol for the past 30 years and smokes cigarettes, and he consumes alcohol for the past 7 years and a non-smoker. In case if it is he is not smoking only alcohol for the 7 years, you can write in that way. Rather than writing in a true sentence, you can write the sentence within the one. He smokes but non-alcoholic. In case he is non-alcoholic, only he smokes but non-alcoholic. You can write in any pattern whatever is mentioned in the case note. These are the sentences you should keep in your mind and practice while you are writing the letter. Then you will get used to this format, and you will it will come naturally during your exam. And hobbies, how you will write. He likes to listen music, cooking and gardening. He likes to music and cooking as well as gardening. You can write in any way. Okay, if the word count is getting more or less, you can manage those kind of pattern you can use on that base. And now third is medical history. Medical history, as I have told earlier, social history and the medical history way of writing is same, but if it is related, the medical history means past. Okay, it's not a present. Past medical history, past history. If the past history or the medical history is connecting with the problems of the patient, then you can mention. If it is not related, then no need to mention at all. If the word count is very less, then you can mention. Okay, how you should write, that I will teach you. Same like the social history beginning medically or in the context of this thing. But this should not be repeated. If you have written already socially, then don't write medically again. It will not look so nice in your letter writing. Okay, I have said that here as well. And there are three very important words that you should keep in mind. These are the time duration that is mentioning, so you should know when to write. Since means whenever the things are happening still, also when the present also it is happening means, then you can write the since with the digit. Year or whatever time it is showing, you can write since. But for means it's a duration of the time. Since means refer to the point of time where it present still. For means duration of the time, duration in the month or years, but here yearly, 2010 and all. But for means how many year, how many months. Okay, and in means it's already past, it's already completed, it's already action is over, so we are using in. When there is a year, then this format year. Okay, year, this format, how many year, this also old plus year. Okay, and this year is a 2010 and 2024. Okay, like this kind of. Now I will teach you anyway in the coming videos. So you can see clearly 2010 I have mentioned here. Medically, Mr. X was diagnosed means he was already diagnosed with diabetic in 2010. Was already diagnosed means he is already diagnosed. So medically, Mr. X has been diagnosed with, or he's still having a treatment means you can just tell diagnosed with diabetic since 2010. Way of writing, you can write that also. But if you want to write in this way, then you should put has been means it's still present, so you should write since. If you are writing was diagnosed means it's a past tense, so you should write in. Okay, but you can choose any of these, doesn't matter. Medically, Mr. X has had diabetic mellitus. I will explain you in the next video why we should use these things and how to use that also. Okay, and then I will explain in a detailed way. Has had means it is still present, therefore since I'm using reducing. So in a context, again, we can write in any form, right? Beginning was diagnosed with diabetic in 2010. So I have mentioned some of the example here. Read carefully, and anyway I will explain in the next videos. Now we are done with the medical history. Some more are there, that samples only I will explain, and then some more are there because my video is going to be lengthy, so I will just shorten and I will come with the next videos. I will continue the medical history again in my coming videos. Thank you so much.